Hey, I'm David, the Retirement Gnome, and today I'd like to talk a little bit about what I hate about Boldin. Let me start by saying Boldin is, in my opinion, the best personal finance retirement planning software that you can get today. There are others out there that are also good. I've tried them all, Prolana, whatever the others are. I've tried them all. And I really think that Boldin is the best. But despite being the best, there are some issues that I really wish that that Boldin could fix. Some of these probably are on their chart. They're on their radar for being corrected. Some of these are just inherent to the software. These are 8 things that I really don't like about Boldin, and then 3 things about Boldin that used to be a problem but have been fixed. Number 1, the name, Boldin. Boldin used to have a perfectly good name. It used to be called New Retirement. I could spell it. I could easily tell somebody else what to go look for on the web. And then they went and changed the name to Boldin. Don't entirely understand it, but Boldin is just kind of a dumb name. But it's kind of like names for cars. We're running out of names for cars. So now you're driving, instead of driving a Mustang, you're driving an Elantra or something, the made up name. So Boldin, made up name, weird name, don't like it. Number 2 is the estate planning section. It's sort of an afterthought. It's like they were all gathered around the table in a conference room and somebody said, we're doing a piece of retirement planning software. We ought to just kind of, make sure that they do something about estate documents. And so what they did was they put in a checklist. It really doesn't fit in with the rest of the software. Why even do it? Just if you're not going to do it well, don't do it at all, right? Number 3, the fact that some of the entries you put in are in today's dollars and some of the entries you put in are in future dollars. This really tripped me up when I first started using Boldin. I couldn't understand why some numbers just weren't looking right in the modeling. And future dollars are going to be one-time expenses, real estate and locations, lump sums, transfers, and disbursements. Those you have to look forward and anticipate what you think all of those are going to be. On the other hand, you put in today's dollars, you put recurring expenses, income, and housing. Can't we do it all in one or the other? Can't we just do everything in today's dollars? Because we're giving you 3 different inflation rates. We already give you a general inflation rate, a medical inflation rate, and a housing inflation rate. So Boldin, can't you do the calculation for us? 4th thing is that certain information is presented inconsistently. Sometimes we see information presented to us in a warning box or an information box, just text on a screen. Sometimes you have to click the little I that's in the green circle. Sometimes you have to click an arrow next to a word description like a hyperlink in order to get more information about the area that you're in or the topic that you're working on. Can't we at least be consistent? Just pick one. When I started doing these videos, I came across the thing I hate, number 5, which is I can't just reset the software back to its starting state. There's no way for me to go in and say, you know what, I just want to nuke everything, completely start from scratch, reset everything, and go from the beginning. You can't do that. They do have a note in the help section, which in the help notes, which tells you, if you want to do that, call us and we'll work with you to make it happen. It ought to be in the software. I know that they don't want you to inadvertently delete your settings and your data. Well, keep a backup copy of the data somehow on the computer, or make you go through 15 questions saying, are you sure? Are you really, really sure? Are you triple dog sure? Enter your password, all these things before it lets you do that. I just think that would be a good thing. It was extremely annoying to me. Something that was a hidden problem that I didn't realize was a problem until I started trying to do multiple scenarios inside of Boldin. I might have 6 or 7 different scenarios. And I would create a new scenario, go in and delete a bunch of stuff and try to build it differently. That in some case, I kept getting weird numbers. Strange things were happening. I don't remember specifically what it was. I wish I had written it down. But after being so frustrated with it, I finally used the AI chat to analyze the problem. And the AI chat helped me figure out that there were some pieces of data that cross over. Even if you've deleted them in this scenario, Boldin still sees it in another scenario, which I totally don't understand. But once I deleted it, this piece of data from all the scenarios, then my calculation problem went away. I don't understand. That really shouldn't happen. One scenario should be its own thing. Now, I completely understand that it really does help you when the information from accounts, it populates throughout all of the scenarios because your accounts are your accounts. They are what they are. So the amounts in there, I get that. But other things, you ought to be able to have everything independent in the scenarios. Why is this the case? Number 7. The plan completion section. Now, to be honest, I hardly ever look at this section, and I really didn't pay any attention to it until I started doing these videos. But I found out that once you go into Boldin and you do complete a section of the plan, and the plan completion area tells you that, hey, you're good, this area is complete. And then you go back and you do something to that section to make it not complete. I never saw anything revert back in the plan completion notification area to not complete. Once you've completed a section, it looks like it's always complete, no matter what the state of that particular section is going to be. So it's a small thing, just a little annoying. Item number 8 that I really hate about Boldin is actually something I love. You can download your plan data into a CSV file, and then you can take that CSV file and do you can do whatever you want with it, right? You have your year by year plan data. The problem is data that is downloaded from the CSV file when it comes to costs is not the complete set with regard to the general recurring expenses. So I love the recurring expenses detailed section because I can go in and I can add my own categories. And I can say under housing, I can say whatever, this is other, and then the category is lawn care or something like that. And I can put in $100 a month for lawn care for these ages and so for these time periods and so on. And I can really get granular and get lots of good data into that. But when I download it in the CSV file, what Boldin gives me, instead of my itemized costs, it gives me a single line that's a rolled up cost that says just general recurring costs. That's it. And when I take that CSV data and I graph it and I see it go up and I see it go down over time, I don't know why it's going up or going down. I just see it's going up and it's going down. When I want the data, I want the data. And again, this is annoying. I've asked Boldin to do something and been assured that this is on their radar for something that needs to be improved. So it maybe next week or next month or later this year, that will no longer be an annoyance to me. But for now, it's the number 8 thing that I hate about Boldin. Now, as a bonus, I've got 3 things that I used to hate about Boldin but have been fixed. One is that when I first started using Boldin and they developed their Roth conversion tool, it gave inconsistent results. The Roth conversion tool is powerful, but that also means that it does a lot of calculations, and it just took some time for it to move from half-baked to fully baked. It's okay today, but in the past it was a problem. My number 2 past gripe is the AI chat. When it was first released, it was not ready for prime time. Today, it's robust, it's pretty accurate, it's flexible, it does things for you that the software by itself just doesn't do. The chat AI can actually create certain things for you or do certain data analyses for you. I still double check everything that the chat gives me, but it's way, way, way better than it was when they first released it, and it continues to improve with time. So past gripe, now I'm pretty happy with it. And the third past gripe is something that doesn't affect everybody, but it affected me, and that was the chart coloring. I am blue-green colorblind, and so many of the charts were in shades of blue and green, it made it difficult for me to read. At some point in the last couple of years, that changed, and so the charts are in colors now, for the most part, that I can see. There are still a couple of charts that are in blues and greens, but most of them are in colors that I can see. It would be great, maybe to be even better, if Boldin would make the charts, rather than in solid colors, maybe have hatches and dots and things like you can do with Excel for people who are truly colorblind, who can't see any colors. But for now, it works for me. So there you have it. Those are the 8 things that drive me crazy about the Boldin retirement software. If you found it interesting, if you got questions or comments, please put them in the comments below. Like the video, do all the things that will help this tiny itty bitty little channel grow. Thank you very much, and I'll see you later.